Hey everybody, how you doing? This is a makeup day. It is Monday. If you're seeing this on YouTube, it's too late. You're just catching up with everybody. This is a makeup dono session. And so I've only got 6 folks here. So we've got 6 makeups that I'm going to do from the other evening that I had to dip out early because my friend got married. And from what I understand, it was a really good wedding. I had a little bit to drink and mix it with a little bit of stuff. And I got home okay. I saw pictures of the wedding, but I just kind of, no, I'm kidding. I wasn't that lit. I'm just saying. It was good fun. That's why we're doing the donos, though. So anyhow, here we go. We're literally just going to dive right in on these makeups, and then I'm actually going to do some Wheel of Cheese. So I know there's a few people here in the chat. It's in the middle of a Monday. Most people are working. If they're not, they got an extra monitor wherever they're working and joining me. Super cool beans. If you ever want to join us. If you ever want to be joyless, join us. Rah. Oh, shit. So, yeah. What is a dono makeup? A dono makeup is people who have donated to listen to music in a previous stream, but I didn't get to it. And so, therefore, what I'm doing is a makeup session today. So, it's just a donation makeup session today. No new donations are being taken today to boost your song into the playlist. So, that's it. But anyhow, Trudell, welcome. First time chatter. Everybody say hi to Trudell. So... all right, guys, let's just get right into it. So we're going to start with, I don't even know, poor Snow in Australia. He's not here. He likes to be here for this. I'll save his for the last, just in case he parachutes in, you know. So let's go ahead with, let me see, what do we got here? Our very first song for the day is going to be from the user Halla Fanboy, Bobber Leader. I'm sorry, you know how I am with these profile names, but... his message is, now that Hikari no Senyoritsu, if I said that right, has been heard recently, I wanted to share my favorite Kalafina song. The song Allelujah, I guess, gives me a sense of hope, happiness, and courage. When I first heard of a Kalafina song, I was overwhelmed by their beautiful voices. I also have to praise Yuki Kajura's composition. She's a master of her craft. I love it when you guys give me little messages like this. It brings me into your story on why you are, you know, boosting. All right, guys, so our first song for the Dono makeup session today is by the artist Kalafina, and the song is Allelujah with an A. Ale, not Hale, but Allelujah. So let's go and let's see what this is all about. All right. YouTube's doing its thing. I'm sorry. This is just what it's going to do. Stopped me in my tracks as soon as I heard this. I love beautiful starts like this. It's got a nice little motivational push with it, with that muted guitar. Definitely very emotionally uplifting. Yeah, very much you could do it, you know, kind of a track. Pull yourself out of the darkness, very motivational. Really big on the arrangements and production on this. So what I want to know is this associated with media like anime or a video game, or is this an artist release or band release? Very powerful, very uplifting track for sure. But the production's phenomenal. I wish we could hear more of this style of music from Western artists. I mean, does anybody agree? I mean, that piano work back there is great. I see now you can really hear the piano since the mix is pulled back. Ooh, sexy ending twist there. Give it to us, give it to us. Yes, definitely a beautiful track, extremely uplifting. I don't know what the lyrics were, so I don't know if it's a pull up from like, you know, an emotional relationship thing but it definitely is a call to action to lift yourself and go. Melodically was beautiful. The arrangements were insane. The production was fantastic. There was a lot of these little hidden things that were happening in the back. Like, for instance, when I called out that piano work in the back, a lot of times you really don't hear it unless you're listening to the way I do, which is kind of a downfall, I think, for me being, you know, I don't listen to music like enjoy it usually as a piece of solid work because my brain automatically goes into that dissection of it. But, you know, that piano was back there the whole time. And it revealed itself, ironically, towards the end when the whole, in the engineering, they pulled out the strings and everything and let it just dance alone by itself. So I thought it was a great track. I loved it. Very uplifting, very positive way to start this mini epic stream for the AbbaCado show with just a handful of Cados in the chat today, which is fine because I am coming in on an off day and fairly early. Okay, now I see my buddy It Snows in Australia is back in the chat. I wanted to wait for you, my friend, just in case you wanted to be here for it and just in case you parachuted in, and you did, so here you go. So the message here now, look, we're going to go into it. Seems like it's going to be a polar opposite here, but in the message, he says to us, hard as fuck, with compositional lessons galore in a world. All right, guys, here we go. This is coming from It Snows in Australia. I have a funny feeling it's going to be a stark difference from this last track we heard. Let's go. If YouTube lets us go. I hear gambling bells. said it right here on the... Oh, it's cultural from Bali, from Indonesia. How cool is it that Indonesian in their legacy, in their culture, the use of the bells and the gongs and stuff. That's a very unique pattern. I wonder if this is attached to something that has legacy cultural significance. I hate to say it this way, but kind of like a cover of something that may have been part of the culture hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. Hey, Mel Choir Blade, how are you? Yeah, it definitely seems traditional. And Parkapal, like you say, a folk song, but I'm just wondering if maybe it has an attachment to something that goes way back. See, I can't tell if those drums are distorted on the recording. And it almost sounds like that track is distorted only, not the rest of them. Is that it? Is there more? Oh, we'll listen to the whole thing. It's like 7.5 minutes, right? I'll bet you there's a great folk performance behind this, of dance or expression. But this is so you. It snows in Australia. Meaning your abstract approach to listening and writing your music. Hey, Aman. You know what I find unique? That space and the pauses in the music kind of reminds me a little bit on folk Chinese composition as well. God, I like that flute instrument in the background giving us a little bit of a lift on the melody, or on a melody. I like when they get into patterns. And you know there's something behind that. It's even though they're just moving, shifting between, let's say, two notes, there's a story behind this somewhere. That's why I'd like to see if there was any kind of dance or choreography to this. Listen to that pattern. Wow, I guess that was the end of the piece. Very unique, extremely folk-esque, but I'm sure it ties back culturally. For many years. The reason why I say that is because I study, Native Hawaiian culture and the shifts in the music. And the music is, there are different styles, but they are repeating messages from the past, but now using different instruments as generations move forward. The expression changes a little bit. I guess in an ethnomusicology kind of way, it'd be really interesting to find out what the history of the gamelan bells and all the percussive instruments in Indonesia or that culture, because there is some, there are quite a few instruments that kind of sound like, look like, are played like instruments in other cultures, string, bell, percussion, flutes, So, yeah, that was a really fun listen. In my head, I was just in the back, just kind of wondering what kind of choreography or what kind of storytelling is going on behind this. So thanks, It Snows. Glad I waited. Next up is Jack Zira. Jack Zira, how are you? Let me see here, Jack Zira. Another song hot off the press is released with the new Call of Duty Zombies, the Zombies map, just over a week ago. It features the return of the original vocal performer of these songs, Alina Sigmund. Alina Sigmund. All right, so this is coming from Jack Zira, apparently just released off of Call of Duty Zombies. And the name of the track is Remember Us, and it's by Kevin Sherwood featuring Elena Sigmund. If I said the last name wrong, forgive me. I'm old, and I'm allowed to. I'm just saying. I do the best I can. All right, here we go. Any day, fucking YouTube. There's going to be a blow up. There it is. Here we go. What a great tone of the guitar. Jeez. Vocals are great, but I think she's keeping it in a pocket. It's about to light up on us. That ambient ethereal metalcore, a little bit of a shoegaze hold on the chords there. I love how the drums kind of straightened out here, giving us a break before he comes back in and hits us. Like that. They're really stomping on the background vocal sidechain effects. Oh. Jeez. What a ballsy breakdown right here. Call of Duty folks are going to probably just eat this track up.
Remember us when you're in the darkness, when the sun won't shine for you. I'll find a way, far away, far from you. Will you remember us when it gets dark and I feel the light going out in my memory? Now the sun won't shine.
The screaming or the dark in the background. It's kind of expecting that a little energy, a little pushed out more for some reason in the hook. Well, there's no two ways about it. I mean, this is recently produced. This is just released 11 days ago, so probably produced within the last few months. I was expecting, I don't know why, for the vocals, at least in the hook, to kind of match the gnarliness. That's not a word. Is that a word? Of the whole track as a whole in production. But there's probably a wonderful reason why they kept her, singing the way, in her comfort zone, in her pocket. However, They didn't gyp us. Gyp? Anybody ever use that? We only used that back in the 1900s when I was a kid. They didn't gyp us of having any kind of distorted vocals because they kept on sneaking it in the backgrounds. So at least there was a little bit of a presence there. But some are probably within the messaging of the song and stuff. Maybe she's a dark angel that has this kind of softer tone to her voice, but that's more of a disguise behind the the nastiness of what the character might be about. I don't know. Love the production of it. We've heard so many tracks now that have really, really, really incredible production, guitar tones, musicianship. Here's the thing. What I want to say, and this is where I might hang my ass out there to get really shot. I'm going to compare this to like when the very first aerials started getting launched in surfing. Guys are surfing and they're catching air and, oh, he got air. Oh, he's grabbing his rail. Oh, he's doing things. For the first year and a half, it was like, geez, what's going on? And this is incredible and stuff. And now it's an expected part of a repertoire of any pro surfer to be able to do one of 5 different aerial tricks that, a few years back, well, I'd say about 15, 18 years ago, was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is where the world's going. I kind of feel that's where we are right now with riff work, chugs, genty stuff. Now it's, I hate to say it this way, and this is what might get me in trouble, but it's kind of a dime a dozen now. the chugginess of it and everything. It's nothing new. It's almost like, okay, you know. And so I think for myself, what I lean on a little more is, you know, the production elements of it, or the tones of the guitar. Because I think, you know, everybody and their mother now can, you know, has the ability to to write riffs, chugs, and stuff like that. And I'm not saying it in a way where I'm taking away from the composer and the musicians. I'm just saying, where do we go from here? And at least at this point, when I'm listening to it now, I'm listening to the riffs and all that sort of stuff as more as like, you know, the production value, the engineering value of it. You know, I think if I lean into a little bit, just a little bit of that elitism. You know, I think the separation that's starting to happen with the clean sounds, the vocals, and the chuggy riffiness in of itself is starting to pull away from what might be more of that little traditional chuggy Meshuggah kind of vibe. I don't know. I said it. I can't take it back. I just went into that Beato mode, but I don't frown upon it. I just go neener neener. I'm just saying. So yeah, that's my story. Next up, hardcore. We're listening to a game. The game that we're listening to, the music is Inner Demon, All Who Follow You. From Batman, Arkham Knight. Nick Arundel, I guess, is the name of the composer. Let's go. I like the demonic cluster of the strings doing that poppy spiccato. There's also a little twisted dissonance in that string cluster. I wonder if this is music to scene. There's a little synth pattern in the darkness there, way in the back, that's giving us a sense of a little bit of a rhythm. Oh, it's a cue for the last scene, the ending scene. Okay. Cinematic 101, unison horn strings. Long breathing melody. A little light dance of an ostinato, I think, in like the second violin section, kind. I'm hearing it back there. You can lightly hear that ostinato pattern. Well, you did. Oh, it's over. What a boomer. Well, I guess that's for the end scene of the movie, the last cue. That is very kind of a taffy pulling darkness. You know, for me, since I've never seen the movie or where it comes from originally, that's, to me, is one of those things where you're kind of overlooking what you've done or not done, and at the very end, something is being yielded of sorts. Kind of a darker, you know, because I haven't seen it, there was that part where it kind of let down a little bit, as if you have to look over the shoulder and see the pain, of, you know, what everybody left or what's been left behind or something, you know, before a final scene. But very nice in its ambiance. Just kind of a soul-pulling reminiscence of what just happened for the first hour and 35 minutes maybe of the movie. It's kind of a review. What I don't know is if any of that long, the melody that we were listening to when I was saying, yeah, unison, horn, and strings, if that's part of the theme, the leitmotif. And so I don't know that. You guys could tell me on that. But I like large cinematic pieces like that are just, you know, a lot of great composers are masters of that. Hans Zimmer's another one. So, yeah. That's, yeah, it doesn't sound like it ends on a happy note, if I do say so. Okay, so who else we got here? Rotten Garden, are you here, my friend? Hi, Papa Jeeves. And the AbbaCado Nation. Since you seem to like my request, I thought I'd pick another track from the End's last album. It's probably my favorite from them. Actually, you know what? I cut out your song that we chose from the End, and I actually dropped it on the Decomposer Lounge. And a lot of people were like, no way! Who would ever done a reaction to that? And I say, well, it would have to be a guy like Soundgarden that would bring that in here. So here we go, guys. This is the band The End, I believe from Canada. Blame Canada. The name of the song is The Moth and I. Let's go. This is trippy. I'm really digging this track. Hey, Turnip.
As I move through the ether,
There we go.
it's time for a new
Yeah, there's quite a few bands that kind of bring me in to pull it, like influences like Sugar Rose. And like Almond said, also like a bit of a neurosis. That's a good call, Goddamn. By the way, hi, Goddamn. Everybody say hi to Goddamn. He's new to us. Yeah, this was completely different than the other track you sent me from the end, without a doubt. This one had a lot more pain in it. This also too, in those long, just connecting and just drawn out chords with the ambient approach to it. It is kind of like the essence that I get in the theater of the mind, that you're trudging through heaviness and darkness and sadness with this. You know, there's these weird elements that sometimes it's hard for me, because you guys know I'm not, you know, like 1AM likes to call me, you know, I'm old man hunting, hunting for something to say about it, is trying to see where there's elements of a little sludge, a little stoner, slight doom in there, with maybe just a sprinkle of shoegaze, you know, elements in there. And I think anytime I hear something that has these long, drawn out kind of vibes to it in its composition, kind of draws me into that, because it is that kind of, oh my God, dragging my knuckles through the day, and this is my pain, this is my sadness, or this is, you know, vocals were phenomenal. Love the vocals on this too. This is only the second time I heard of a track from the end, so it gives me another way of you know, hearing the depth of his dynamics as a performer, as a vocalist. Yes, languishing. I could always leave it up to you, Aman. Really quick, I want to thank, let me see, Chaos September. Thank you so much for the subscribe. God Dan Briggs. I don't know there's some tie-in with the profile there, name, but I'm ignorant of it. So welcome you too as well. And Lucrian as well subscribed. And who else came in? That's about it. Live Laugh Boop. Oh, man. Hey, guess what? I'm actually not doing any more donos for the day. I only have one more, and I'm going to do just a couple of Wheel of Cheeses. And then I got to dig out, because this is a short session, because it's a makeup session. And so I have one more I'm going to do, but I promise yours will be the first one that I do on the next session. So I'll make sure for that. I just... So Well, I'm so glad that you've been following too, Chaos September. That is so cool, and I'm stoked that you're hanging out with us. I love the fact I'm getting some new folks coming in here. So, yes, definitely. Live Laugh Boop. I don't know if you have Discord or not, but I always, except for today, I didn't put out a notice that I was coming in because I came in hot. But I always generally will give a notice, a 24-hour notice when I'm coming in. So you're definitely gonna be in that. And if by chance you don't hear me do your song, I always upload it on a YouTube channel, like just Twitch VODs. So I think one of my mods or peoples can pop up the YouTube channel if you want to just join that and just know. Oh, there it is. Of course. Excuse me. I'm all over the place here. Okay, I have one more from Brexter, and then we're going to do just a little run of Wheel of Cheese, so you can hang in for that. That's for sure. So this one is the last dono makeup, and this one is from Brexter. Brexter wants us to listen to. When he says it this way, he goes, "You asked for it," so here we go. This is Trans-Siberian Orchestra. The name of the track is "What Is Eternal." You guys know that band, or Trans-Siberian Orchestra? We've done a few from them, haven't we? Here we go.
And here in the night, as I feel the inferno, I stare in the dark, thinking what is eternal? The man or the moment, the act or the reason? These thoughts fill my head as I contemplate treason of dreams I have had and dreams I have pondered when late in the night. My
Has a little bit of a Moonlight Sonata vibe, no? From Beethoven?
And then quickly regretted while denying vices my life had selected. And I think what I've done or have yet to begin, and the man I've become, and the man that I've
very
been,
theatrical
now
for sure.
Caught in a waltz with the eternal dancer. I'm courted by death, but death isn't the answer, I say. All I was meant to be.
Yeah, I can hear the influence, the Beethoven influence for sure.
Suddenly just decide not a thought would survive. Could it be my life's worth ended there with my birth?
So this is more symphonic musical theater. Yeah, I would say.
See someone who's been there before.
Like Meatloaf could have pulled this off.
His soul for a moment of glory, his penance or mercy. My spirit's debated while judged on a scale that's been heavily
Yeah, that 6/8 is that
And
pirate
what
shanty
have
thing
I
for
done?
sure.
Could there be such a sin in this man I've become, in this man that I've been? Now calling to God from the pit's very bottom, I pray he forgives every sin I've forgotten this day.
Sabotage, yes, another one, right. That's a great call as well. But I'm also going to say a little bit of Ghost. Just in the musicality of it. I'm just saying. Public domain.
And who would have thought that my fate it would conjure this twist in the road on which I have wandered? Each vision and dream now completely dismembered, to give one's whole life and find nothing's remembered. And what good's a life that leaves nothing behind? Not a thought or a dream that might echo in time.
Yeah, did you catch that, Milkbar?
Years and the hours, the seconds and minutes, and everything that my life has placed in it betrayed.
Nice fry on his voice there. A little gristle.
Betrayed. The things I have done, the places I've been, the cost of my dreams, the weight of my sins, and everything that I've gathered in life. Could it be lost? Could it be lost in this? Could it be lost in this? Could it be lost in this?
Oh, he went for the head voice there. I thought he was going to go ahead and just do a little bit of a turn your head and cough, grab the left nut punch of the voice there. Great track. Like I said, it has, well, I think it was Lisa. I think it was Lisa that said it had some of the members from Sabotage, which makes sense because they are extremely theatrical in their songwriting. But for me, the big haul was I definitely could have been watching a musical theater, and that would have been a piece inside a musical theater the way it was written. The reason why I pulled in the Ghost reference to that was how straight the drums were and the guitar tones as well, and also, the chord changes were very parochial. I know I could have used a better word, but very, Ghost is known for its simple power. I call it simple power. I'm just saying. So, all that being said, now I know why when we were listening to the other track on the other day, that's why you bumped this into us today, or why you put it on that day that I didn't get to. Ooh, fuck, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Brexter. Oh, sheesh. What am I saying? I have no idea. I think that 1AM is working with Obsessed on getting his song popped up, that he actually did come in here and donoed last week, and it just didn't fire up. But in the meantime, no, he doesn't work. Yeah, here's the deal. So remember, everybody, I am not right now, as a matter of Flatch, I'm removing the form, because whatever's on the list now is on the list, because I'm only going to do a handful of cheesies. So I'm unpinning the form, guys, just to let you know. If you guys need it, just put exclamation what? I don't know, guys. Which one is it? Exclamation form? Exclamation list? Exclamation quado? Something like that. And so we are now going to go into a Wheel of Cheese segment. There it is. No, wait a second. We're going to do Obsessed, because he did Dono last week, but it just didn't show up until 1AM fixed it, because, he had to take a break from his really hardcore job that 1AM has to help us, and I'm very grateful of that. So let's do that. Yes, Quato. So here we go. This is the makeup from last week. Still, this is with Obsessed. Hey, Jeeps, big fan, first time donating. Thank you very much. Are you still here? Where are you, Obsessed? There you are. 3 is the band who had their biggest influence on Coheed and Cambria, who have imitated 3 in many ways. This song is from their 2005 album Wake Pig, when the band consisted of singer, acoustic guitarist, songwriter Joey Eppert, older brother of Coheed's drummer Josh Eppert, who started out by drumming in 3. There's a little bit of that kind of what we just heard, a little bit of the, Sabotage influence and same sounding kind of maybe could be kind of thing, because it's coming from within. Excuse me. Chris Gartram, the percussionist and synth player Joe Stote, electric guitar Billy Riker, and bassist Joe Cuccello. 3 is my favorite band of all time, so enjoy. Rest in peace, Cooch and Joe Stote. Oh, that's too bad. All right, here we go. This is for Obsessed. thank you for hanging out with us. And 1AM, thank you for helping us bring back his dono boost here on the forum. Once again, this is the band 3, and the name of the track is Trust. Let's go. Let's see if we can hear a Coheed and Cambria influence on this. Big run on 6/8 for the last 2 songs, huh? Nice. Oh, listen to that fat ass snare.
Gentlemen, how'd you get it there? How you gonna get down? Sweeping all the searchlights above, over the ground. And I shudder to think that this is the catastrophe that fate has in mind.
I hear this to be slightly a little more beefier and
Are the feelings still alive? That you let
punchier than CNC production.
stop digging for you long ago. My sacred soul, it won't be long. Borderline, and I
I'm sorry, but that line is making me go da 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 da.
trained you to wear a smile as you give.
I love that they're using the ninths on the guitar.
Tonight it was the vow, the joke was on you. Now you're scratching out a silent goodbye with just a candle in a coffin. They start digging for you long ago. My sacred soul.
I love the ride. The drummer's doing with the ride. Yeah, that's a good observation. Good music. I love the throaty tone of the crunch guitars. So yeah, I can definitely hear I can definitely hear the influence if you're saying that perhaps Coheed and Cambria may have been influenced by this. I guess you were saying that this band was around before CNC was, perhaps. Is that what you're saying? Nonetheless, but this one has a little bit more of a punchier presence to it. At least, you know, from what I'm you know, I've heard enough of Coheed and Cambria to know that they can pound out the metal, you know, with no problem. But this one just seemed to be a little bit more shoved, you know, like a little more throaty with the guitars and stuff like that. And And of course, another parallel is the fact that the vocals are within the same range and stuff. You know, I saw somebody pop in a comment about the kind of the Geddy Lee thing, and you know, because anybody that sings up in that tone, you know, you're obviously going to say, oh, you're singing, your head voice is powerful up in here. We're going to compare you to, you know, Claudia or Geddy or any number of singers that are really more in their head voice and stuff. Love the guitar tones on this. That snare was as fat as like an elephant's ass, and I love that. I think Snow said something about me and my choice of snares. Are you talking about when I'm producing stuff? If that's what you're talking about, it just really has to do with what I'm producing for. If I'm doing garage band style, if I'm doing, like, if I get hired to do a job and it's bluesy garage band style stuff, smoky bar stuff, I have tendency to use really fat snares and kind of clip off the high end a little bit. But then again, if I'm doing like a speed metal or something like that piece, I'm going to use more of a shallower snare with like kind of a funeral drum vibe to it, you know, so, and all that could be tweaked and matched. But a lot of times I do dick around with tuning my snares. It really just depends on what kind of a vibe I'm getting out, you know, trying to get out for. Like, for instance, if I'm doing work that has a lot of acoustic guitar in it and not a lot of metal in it, I'm going to fatten up the snare a little more. I don't want it to compete in the tones, you know, that are snapping up on top. I want it to be a little warmer. So, yay. Excuse me. So, and then Melchoir Blade was another hidden gem from last week's Dono session. So let's just get to Melchoir Blade, and then we'll get to a couple of cheeses, and then I got to bail. So this is perhaps my favorite piano performance for the past couple of months anyway. This is, oh, you're going to bring us some Ravel. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about already right there. We're in for it, guys. This is a performance by Minoru Nojima, and the name of the track is Ordain. Is that? No, that's not it. Oh, my eyes. Undyne. Sorry, my eyes made it look like Ordain, like maybe I need some iodine. I don't know. Here we go. Let's do it. Oh, thanks for popping that in, Based. Obsessed. Okay, everybody, let's revel and revel. There's a little bit of a Claire de Lune vibe to it, no? It's like the delicate dance of a water nymph through lotus and lily pads kind of vibe and sparkling starry night. DR, you're saying that because of that comment about Verdilun? Did I say that right? I would love to see this performance live. The finesse must be phenomenal. What a beautiful track, man. I had not heard this one before. I mean, I'm a fan of Ravel, but, you know, in the bits and pieces that I've heard a lot of classical music through my journey in life, that was just so beautiful. The fact that I did kind of put it in that same little conversation to Claire de Lune, I guess obviously it was because DR had mentioned that it's in the same era. So maybe they were pulling from the same world of creativity. And Mel Choir, you said you tried to play this? Like, I wouldn't have even opened up the music. So if you've tried to play this, brah, really? Everything is being, all digits used in different fluid, you know, ways here going on here. Very unique, you know, work going on in here, if you know what I'm talking about, right? You know, that kind of stuff going. It's like being the Spock shock. That's amazing. I can't even. I would have probably just looked at it and just gone, nah, I'm just going to wait until they put it in the player piano and just let them go from there. This performance was stunning, was beautiful, was so dynamic. But the question that I do want to answer is somebody asked me about the miking, like an engineering point of view. Now, I've actually engineered classical piano pieces for albums back, in the late 80s, early 90s. But I wasn't the first engineer. I was the second engineer. I'd be the guy setting up the mics and stuff like that. It really depended. It really depends on the studio that you're going in, the piano you're using, whether it's a Bosendorf or a Steinway. There's many different little elements with the wood and stuff like that. Definitely open. Definitely an open hood, without a doubt. I've used 414s. I've used 87s on it, but 414s seem to have had enough of the broad range dynamics to pick up, everything from the fluffiness of the hammers hitting the string all the way to the high end harmonies and resonance, from some of the natural harmonies that might come inside the body of the piano, resonating off the woods and stuff like that. Only one time did I have a session. I think it was, I'm going to say it's Capitol Records in the main studio, in Studio A, where the pianos moved out into the main room. And then and then for overheads, we used 47s, U47s, and those are tube mics for putting them out in the room to kind of pick up a little bit of the warmth off of the woods and the way the room sounded. But, that would have been, that's my experience of it. And then if anything, super light compression. And I'm talking about a real soft knee bend on it, because for me, and how I was taught, I don't want to print anything to tape. So really what it is like you're going to run it through with the musician a few times. You're going to see where the potential hot spots are going to be. Make your choices there. And then, if it needed a little bit of love and support and compression, do it, post signal. So, that pretty much would be the angle I would take. The last time I ever did I actually here in Hawaii, there's a studio here where I did 3 tracks for an artist who came here from Japan that wanted to do some classical music. One of the pieces she played was Liszt, and that was insane. But so I used that same kind of technique, except I didn't use any overhead. So I used a lexicon reverb, a nice kind of cathedral lexicon reverb that I kind of manipulated and maneuvered to give me more of a richer, more of that cathedral type sound. Anyhow. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Those U47s were kind of expensive. Old school tube mics, yeah? So, Okay. So, live, laugh, boop. I promise you're coming up next, but we're going to go move over to Wheel of Cheese. So I'm going to do a few Wheel of Cheese, and I got to get out of here. So, but trust me, I'm definitely coming back to you. You're going to be my very first listen on my next session. Just the notifications on Discord. If you got Discord, don't forget, go over there. And if you miss it by chance, there's the special YouTube channel. That's all just stuff that I do here, not for the Decomposer Lounge. Okay. So, let's get ourselves into some Wheel of Queso, some queso of falacio. Queso of falacio. No, whoops, that's not what I meant. Whatever. You know me, getting myself in trouble. All right, guys. Let's go. Right? It's just stupid. Oh, shit. Sorry. Let's get ourselves wedged in on some cheese. Said one of my ex-girlfriends. Okay, here we go. Let me populate it. Don't worry, this is not populated yet, so let's go. Let me population, and here we go. Now we're going to repopulate. So here we go. Let's see if your name is there. Oh, quite a few people coming in here for the Wheel of Cheese. Okay, remember, nothing over 7 minutes. If it's over 7 minutes, it's an automatic punt. Alrighty, so are you guys ready? Let's do Wheel of Cheese. All right. Stop, let me slow it down. Right there. Oh. 1 a.m. denied. Noel 60. Let's go. Let's see what Noel. I know, right? Turn it. Oh shit! All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what Noel wants us to check out here. Noel 60 wants us to check out a band called Diamond Construct, Angel with Dead Wings. Ooh, yes, you won. Noel, you see, you won. You see, everybody say hi to Noel. He's a first timer. He came here. Now he's in it to win it with us. So let's go, Noel. Let's go ahead and let's see what you're bringing us here to the AbbaCado show, because you won the Wheel of Cheese. So here we go. What? What the hell is this? Noel, help me. Is it some kind of a block because of country? Let me reload the page. Maybe that'll do it. Stand by. Nope. Negative. Regional clock. Regional block. Wait a minute. Let me just look it up here. Maybe we can figure out another version of it. Stand by. Let's see if there's another Maryland Manson version. No. Ah, that's a bummer. It's geo-blocked. Okay, so you get a free pass. You get a hall pass. So if you have another track you want me to listen to, go ahead. One of my mods are here, Turnip Trader and 1AM. They're hanging out, and they could slip that in, that link in there, or you could send the link to them, and then they can put it to me. Okay, so no worries. So next up, then, let me just do another Wheel of Cheese right now while we source that out or figure that out. So let's do that. Let's go back to Cheesy Wheel. And Noel, you already won, so don't worry, you're in it to win it. We just got to get you another song. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and run another Wheel of Cheese really quick. And here we go. Here we go. Okay, ready and go. Is that the 1 a.m.? Okay. Oh. Okay, let's do Cycloid's track, and then I'm going to circle back into Noel's. Okay, Cycloid wants us to would like us to check out Skyrix. Is that it? No, I don't think I said that wrong. Scrux. You guys know what the Scrux is? Scrux. So the name of the band is Scrux. It's a chill step song to enjoy. And the name of the name of the song is Escapade. The name of the band is Scrux. What the Scrux? I can't get this together. My mouth is on like dyslexia mission. Let's go. All right. Frickin' YouTube. Well, that's a really wet vocal shot section there. God, that could be taken in so many wrong ways, the way I said that. I know I'm on, it's too early, right? Yeah, I'm a bit of a mess today, J2 Juiced. Is this still considered kind of a lo-fi thing? I'm not a virgin to Spotify. This has, but you know, I understand that this was considered, I mean, you're saying it's lo-fi adjacent. To me, lo-fi, somewhere in my head, I have it that there's no high-end representation. Like the snare kind of pushes it over the edge. Like it's got that brightness to it. So I'm kind of, I guess maybe I just have it in my head wrong on what lo-fi is only or not. It sounds like ambient trap, ethereal trap, chill. That's what I used to call my old girlfriend too, Skippy. Nonetheless, I really enjoyed the transient aspect of it. Not trance as in the genre, like it's trance, but that just kind of, you know, the tempo that it is in and stuff, and it was really kind of hypnotic, if you would. But I guess because I saw it as being as lo-fi, I was going, it kind of threw me off and put my brain into that mode instead of just listening to the track going, it's not quite sounding as lo-fi as I thought it would be. For me, like I said, I think, you know, I always thought that lo-fi is really even. You could take a track like this and make it lo-fi, but just scooping off, you know, from about 8K out and just dropping it, whoosh, and then it would become lo-fi. You know, for some reason in my head, I have it that lo-fi means that the high end of any track is really kind of, it almost sounds like it's coming off, you know, if you've got your speaker and it's playing, you know, and then you have a bunch of milk cartons in front of it, and kind of gives it that vibe, so. Something like that. Hey, did we find a link for our friend? Let me scooch up here. I think somebody may have found a link. Anybody find a link for our friend, for Noel? By chance? Is there something that actually, that one right there? 1 a.m. found it. Yay, 1 a.m. Yay, 1 a.m. Okay, let's do this. Now we can finally get into Noel's 60s. He won the cheese, legitimate cheese. Noel, you won legitimate cheese, so that means we're on your track, and 1 a.m. is the minor of all things legal and illegal. He can always find a way to make it happen. All right, here we go. Oh my God, this fucking YouTube shit's killing me. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Go. My heart begins to break. All right, yep, got it. Let's go. I'm so stuck in this moment. Break. I'm so fucking broken.
Wow. Jeez. YouTube's not the only one that can fake a load. I mean, like Brave Browser can do it too. This is insane. This music. This is so badass, and the fact that it's all grindcore, synthy grindcore. Would that be fair to say? No, grindcore is with guitar, right? But it's just so grindy. So I guess this is from something called Switchblade OST.
This fucking love is like a tragedy.
No, that's guitar. Is this part of an OST, gang? Noel, is this part of an OST?
Fuck this. Fuck this, so sick of this bullshit. Fuck this, so sick of this bullshit. Fuck this, so sick of this bullshit. Fuck this.
Give me that bend. The bend chugs. Badass fucking track. Sorry guys, I don't curse that often, but when I do, that it can't get any more darker. That I think that would go on a full-on nihilist playlist. I think if Friedrich Nietzsche actually had his playlist, that would be somewhere on it, even though he was known as an elitist. I don't know if you guys saw that. I did that on the Decomposer Lounge this morning. What would Friedrich Nietzsche's playlist look like as a nihilistic philosopher? Anyhow, there was everything about that track I completely loved. And it's actually going to go on my soundtrack, in my playlist. So I'm going to play it in certain, maybe once I get in an argument with somebody and I need to airball that stuff out, that's going to be that track. But whatever, I couldn't make out what the lyrics were, but the production of it, I love the fact that everything was overgrounded with just saturation and heavy distortion, but they left the drums just nice and clean and in your face, so it didn't sound like it was an over-under, like there was something there that was a little more palatable. And then they did a couple things in there, like they took the hi-hat and then sizzled it and did some certain things with it, but this was a badass track. It's almost like, I don't know, if Beck were to slide down a slide of a razor blade and at the bottom there was a pile of alcohol, that kind of, totally opposite of I'm a Loser to this. I don't know. I think I equate that because the vocals had that slam poetry kind of run to it. Would Nietzsche be into Nine Inch Nails? I think so. Okay. Noel, I'm glad that we got your track in. Yay. That was so cool. Okay, so let's go. Let me see here. Where else am I going here? Oh, let me go right here. Let me refresh my list. Okay. Alrighty. Next up, Wheel of Cheese. Here we go. We already had Cycloids. I'm going to do this one and one more. And, whoops. There we go. Okay, it's updated. Here we go. And it is going to be Let's see. Sand Guy Thing. All right. Sand Guy Thing would like us to check out. Oh, loving this. We're bringing in some music from video game Elden Ring. One of the most blood-curdling songs from a Souls-like game, in my opinion. This is the OST to a boss fight in the DLC for Elden Ring, Shadow of the End Tree. The Erd Tree. I was going to say entrails. Where you basically fight the embodiment of madness. The boss has a second phase shift that happens around the 3-minute mark. Alrighty then, let's go. Boop-a-doo-ba-doo-poo-poo. Boop-a-doo-ba-doo-poo. My load is getting blocked again. Ooh, nice and dissonant. Did we? I don't remember because I'm old. That's a good thing about being old. Every day are new friends. Okay. Pretty wide open for a boss fight. Oof, those bitey double basses, loving it. Dude, this is huge. God, I would love to see what this boss battle looks like under this. The timpanis and those double bass. Big horn. Rawr, rawr, rawr. so it's just it's so ass kicky in such a unique way. This is massive, absolutely massive cinematic. Who's the composer on this? Jeez, what a powerful track, man. That was so ballsy. That was so huge. It just had a lot of space to it. You know, so there was, I mean, when I'm thinking of this being a super boss fight, you know, I'm thinking, you know, we're going. Everything's going to be a thing. So once again, this is going to be one of those questions that I'm going to ask Austin. By the way, we scheduled our interview for Thursday. Austin Wintory and I. So hoping that it comes together. So I have, you know, I'm gonna open up a channel in Discord, or maybe 1 a.m. Can you do that for me? Because I'm not sure if I know how to do that, and I'll probably blow it. If you open up a channel on Discord for me and just make it questions for Austin Wintory, and then everybody can parachute in there and give me, you know, I'll pull the best I can, or turn up one of you guys. So, yeah. I think that would be great. So, anyhow, but the reason why I brought him up on it is to find out how is it that, you know, a music that goes like behind a boss fight, it settles down and it's going up. Are you seeing this before it happens? Or are you writing the piece and the game is, you know, this is a lot of stuff that, you know, I don't understand, that I'm hoping to get Austin to answer. But this was just an absolutely huge, epic, you know, bit, you know. It's like I always think of things. I always wonder of things. It's like I stayed up all night wondering where the sun went. Then it dawned on me. In my band. I'm sorry. I just, come on. I'm just saying. All right, one more spin, guys, and then we're out of here. All right. It is for my age. Thank you very much. Hello. You know, it's like a dinosaur that can't see well. I don't think he saw us. Come on. That's a good one, don't you think? Okay, one more spin of the wheel, guys. Let's hang in there, refreshing everything. Okay, hang on. Give me a second here. Okay, switch it over to this. Let me refresh my, thank you so much, sound guy thing. And this is the last spiel of Wheeze. Oh my God. Spiel of Wheeze. Should we just do that? Is that not the epic dyslexia? Spiel of Wheeze instead of wheel of cheese? Because I was thinking of spin and cheesy wheel, so spiel of Wheeze. Oh, you guys are going to have so much fun watching me get old, and eventually I won't show up anymore, but you're going to have miles and miles of my aged, disintegration of my brain cells with my dyslexia. All right, here we go. Last spin. Well, wait, I got to populate it. I populate it. Okay, guys, are you guys ready? Root for your color. I'm going to wait until you put some colors in there, guys. What color are you? You see you? What color are you? I'm waiting. I don't care. I'm waiting. When I need my albuterol, right? Oh, shit. Okay, good. People are chiming in. Blue, gold, red, blue, red, re. Okay, guys, here we go. You guys ready? Formerly known as yellow. Okay, Prince. Okay, here we go. Ready and spin. Who will it be? Hey, Good Music Good's in the house. Let's see what Good Music Good wants us to check out. Are you still here, Good Music Good? Good Music Good wants us to listen to... Hey, doll, how are you? Let me see. I know, right? Just past you, doll. That's tragic. That does have. Good Music Good wants us to listen to a track from the band called Morphine. Do you guys know this band? I think I've heard of the band. I'm not sure. Have we done any Morphine? I mean, music? The other stuff? Synthetic version, perhaps? Or the natural version? Let's just see. Just the track. Okay. So this is the band Morphine. The name of the track is Cure for Pain. Let's go.
Well, we're just beginning our encores right now, ladies and gentlemen. All the extra bonus songs begin right now. Thank you very much.
Live to boot. I love this.
Tout ça va? I don't know. Here's a song called Cure for Pain, and it goes like this.
Let's go. Oh, cool. Bass player and sax. And drums and vocals. All right.
And tell me where is the faith? Someday
I dig this. This is great.
there'll be a cure for pain. That's the I threw my drugs away. We'll find a cure for pain. Testify.
This is really cool. But you know, they're switching the roles, right? So the bass player's been humming up on, you know, the higher part of his neck. Oh God, that came out wrong. Not a hummer on top of the dog, but just playing, he's playing up higher, whereas the sax is taking more of the bottom. You know, my whole show is a mess. Just forget about it. I'm not talking anymore.
I throw my drugs away. Gonna find a cure for pain. I throw my drugs away.
Lounge grunge, perfect. Yes, sir. Morphine, Cure for Pain live, last song here on the stream. Actually, it's a perfect way to end it. Perfect way to end it. You know, the unique thing is that, you know, it's amazing how music can transport you to another place. You know what I mean? It's so cool because, like, I went into a coffee shop and I heard Justin Bieber and I transported myself to another place to listen to better music. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, that was a randos bunch of stupidity that I'm saying there because that's just what this show has been for me. It's just what it is. I can't help it, you know. But thank you so much for that last track. It's been a really fun stream. I love catching up. A little late, a little early. Now I'm done, I know. But I will be back, I think, at the end of the week here. I'm looking good. But remember, Thursday I have that interview with Austin Wintry. And so I'm going to do that, do some editing, put it together. This is the first time I've ever done this, but I have myself down to wake up. Well, actually, I can get it at 7 o'clock in the evening, my time, because it's East Coast. But tomorrow night, I'm going to buy and play Sword of the Sea. So I'm also going to do it streaming, but everybody's going to be asleep. Well, I don't know why I'm falling off I'm over here. Why am I talking over here? That's because that's the kind of stream I am. But I'm actually going to buy it and I'm going to play it. And I want to get into it before the interview. I want to listen to the music against the imaging. I want to check it all out. There's a lot of really cool things about Sword of the Sea that I'm hopeful about because it hits a couple levels for me. One, Sword of the Sea is another one of those Abzu-style games. It seems like protecting the ocean, you know, from the bad things happening, kind of a vibe. Two, the Sword of the Sea, meaning it's mostly on a skateboard-ish kind of thing. So I'm kind of curious on how, you know, Squid, which is the name of the, or whatever, something Squid is the name of the dev company, see how they utilize that. In play, if it's more of a distraction as it is, it's just part of the game. And then, of course, the music. So, you know, Rotten Soundgarden went there. Oh my gosh, he did that. A sperm donor and a carpenter of Julius Caesar walk into a bar. He came, he saw, he conquered. I'm just saying, that was just the worst. I know. My girlfriend is leaving me because she can't stand the herbs I've been using in the kitchen. Oh well, Bay leaves. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to end it because I'm just going nowhere with this. You guys are like, I know. I'm just saying. That was that unforgivable? Okay, that was bad. I'm sorry, wait a minute. I got to turn off this recording here. So let me turn off the recording, make sure I don't hurt Tom's stream. Bye-bye.